What's up, everybody? Back again, iDyan on the run. I don't know, today I was inspired to say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bringing to you live. But I'm not going to say that. We skipped a week last week, and we're back at it again. And you know how I do. I'm always with the superstars of the running world. And today I've got another one. Privilege and an absolute honor to have her in the building. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to
Azukile Nzuzo, the ultra marathon runner.
There we go.
I should own it, eh?
Own it. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it puts you as part of a very special club of people. And sazazi stats bazithini
1%.
Abanye bathi 1%, abanye bathi 0.1, abanye bathi, but it's there and it's 100% okay. How are you?
Diapila, unjani wena?
I'm good.
So good to be here.
Oh yeah?
And what an honor to be invited to be part of this community.
I'm so glad, and thank you so much for honoring my invite. And I remember I said to you on social media, well, there's something I want to ask you, but
I'm like, I am such a sweet person.
We all are, right? Up until we are not, But thank you so much for that. I think more than anything else, so I want to start with how I got to meet you. I don't know you. I didn't meet you officially. I think today is the first time I'm meeting you officially. Mm-hmm. But if I bump into you, I greet you like you're my friend. I remember we were collecting at Comrades.
Yeah.
We were collecting our race packs and I saw you and I was like, hey, what's up? How are you? All the best. And then afterwards I was just like, that open
silence, I know. I know. I think with me as well, there's been a lot of interactions that you and I have had. Whether it is at a race, we're meeting each other. I remember the one time you were like, hey, you're already running. I think it was Tembisa Mile.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, if you rest, you rust.
Yes,
and then,
yes.
Yeah, I think it's just been the interactions that
100%.
we have had both online and offline. But yeah, it's really great to meet you.
Yeah, no, such a pleasure. What do you enjoy more, running or being a social media personality?
Am I a social media person?
Yes, you are. I saw, Uguti, you've got a TikTok, right? Your Instagram. At 2 days, 2 days don't go by without you posting.
Not really.
And now I've seen okay guys, this is how you shoot this is how you do this. That's busy. You really enjoy that?
I'd say I really enjoy running more.
Okay.
And I think part of my running journey, I've been intentional about sharing what gives me joy. And in turn, I've seen how many people have gotten to interact with what I share, whether it is traveling, whether it is just tips on how to do a particular video on Instagram. But it's mostly sharing what I would be doing in any case. So I don't have to go out of my way to go out and create or try to go buy something that I wasn't going to enjoy. So I really try to be intentional about posting what I'm doing so that I can hopefully inspire others.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. And I noticed that with my aunt as well, but we are about inspiring, guys. Or is there a bit of flex?
Mostly inspiring, but it's nice. I mean, it's nice to say I've gone to run the authentic Athens Marathon.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's just showing people that these things are accessible if you prioritizing the stuff that you really enjoy. And one of the quotes that I like, it's from a poem that says, find what you love and let it kill you. And part of it is just doing those things in terms of being intentional, living a purposeful life. Because guys, we are going to die. And if we're going to die, let it be something that gave you joy in the most greatest ways.
Guys,
so that's just...
It's such a coincidence. I literally saw that quote 3 days ago. And I was like, and I didn't know how I felt about it simply because I was thinking about what my interpretation about it was, and the interpretation will always go to the negative.
I know.
I know. But if you're putting it that way, it's just, you're gonna die anyway, right? And I think that for me brings a whole lot of context to that actual saying. But you're gonna die anyway, so why not die doing what you love?
Exactly.
If you found what it is, so find it and do that.
Yes.
Very interesting. Now, I want us to go all the way back, depending on how far back you are going to take me, right? Running is your thing now. How did it all start and why?
Yeah, when I was trying to think about this podcast and how you normally frame your questioning, I actually went down memory lane, and I actually realized that I've always been an active person, be it would be walking. I used to walk to school. I walked when I was in university. And even at uni, my friends and I started when the Nike app used to start those challenges. So I've always been active. I didn't call myself a runner back then because I wasn't really participating in races. And then gradually, we started doing your 5Ks, the SPA women's challenges. We also had done a color run. I was in PE at the time. So some of my memories of running are when I was at university.
Okay.
And post-university, I then moved to Joburg. That's when the bug really bit me.
Seriously,
yes.
on a serious note.
The FNB races,
yes,
the vitality challenges. So I used to do those 10Ks, but doing them occasionally.
Okay.
Until I joined Midrand Striders, my running club. And at the time when I joined Midrand Striders, it was mostly about the community. So I wanted to find a social club, just doing things around the social aspects. But once you find a club, before I knew it, because I joined Midrand Striders late 2017, when I just moved to Joburg, because I moved in early Jan 2017. Joined Midrand Striders, and then 2018 I did my first 21 kilometers, and it was the Two Oceans 21. So I will encourage people, fly to Cape Town to go do that 21.
Really?
I know,
is it necessary, guys?
Fly. This pressure of people saying no, only travel when you're going to do a full marathon. For me, I enjoyed the trip so much that I still find 21 kilometers as my favorite distance.
Okay.
Because I say you stop running as it's about to get painful. So you don't actually feel the pain. So yeah, that has just been my journey. And I only did my first marathon in 2022. 2023 was the crazy year. I had also gotten an opportunity to move to the UK.
Okay.
So in that year, I did more than 7 marathons in just 1 year in different countries.
You were really trying to get it to kill you that year.
That was the year that poem made sense for me.
Okay, 100%. So you've been a member of this running club for 8 years now. That's a long time. Now, are you doing anything else outside of running? Obviously, you're strength training and doing all the other things, but running has got your full attention.
Yeah.
Because that's what you like. That's what you chose.
That's what I chose. I travel. I hike in terms of things that keep me alive, and I've got my 8-5. I know you're saying I post a lot. I hope my employer doesn't see that. They'll think I don't work. So I have a full-time job. I'm not a content creator, but I just enjoy sharing the things that mean the most to me, and running happens to be those things. So I mean, I feel like the content fits squarely into your running, because it's you recording what you actually do. Yes.
Leave alone the fact that you might have to record it twice or 3 times. twice or three times, right? But it's still stuff that you do in your outside time. And as part of that, what I saw and I found very interesting is that you seem to run a lot of these international marathons, or like all of them.
I wish.
You seem to run all of them. Something that you alluded to earlier, to say, I was just like, yo, guys, impossible, man, the way, guys. Like, I'd like to do it, but it's also like, information, guys. Like, where, like, there's so many missing parts for me when it comes to that, right? But I also take it and I put it in the same category as, there's people that like to travel, they travel all the time, right? Now, what other people do is they like to travel, they take that, they mix it with, okay, and then they simply do that.
Yeah.
But how do you do that alone? How daunting is it just to do that? The explorer, when you're just like, hey man, I don't care. I'm that kind of girl who goes to dinner alone, so I might as well travel overseas alone.
Yeah.
Right? Like that for me is the strangest thing.
So it's not just one dimensional. So I've been blessed that in 2022 I got an opportunity to go and live in London through a scholarship. So that's the one part. So when I was in the UK, I was intentional about traveling to countries where I could go and run. And I started by doing the Istanbul Marathon. I went to Switzerland to go do a midnight New Year's Eve marathon. So you literally run while everyone has fireworks in the midnight when the clock turns into 1. So you're amongst the first people to run a full marathon that year.
Wow, you ran a full marathon that time.
Marathon that time. So
that's insane.
When it's countdown, you see the city light up.
It's so cool.
And I think the blessing with being also in Europe is that it's so easy to commute from one country to the next. So that has been the one part. But upon my return, I was like, I'm going to carry this on, because what running has given me is access. It's given me access to people. It's given me access to want to explore more countries. So one of my biggest goals is to run in 40 countries before I turn 40, and I don't have much time. Just also to answer the second part of your question, as I'm saying, I've been blessed with meeting people through my running. So most of the marathons, I don't go alone. I go with my community. I've got a wonderful community, people that I really enjoy traveling with, because I think when you travel with people, that's another challenge. You really have to travel with people you like. Because there's a lot that happens. So I don't really enjoy traveling alone. I'm not a solo traveler. I enjoy shared experiences. So I want to come back and be like, hey, do you remember when we took the ferry from Paros to Mykonos, for example? I like that because it builds relationships, and it also strengthens the bonds that you have with the people that you travel with. Oh, you can come back not talking to each other, or
there's also that, right?
It can strengthen your relationships. So it's just exploring. I try to also find interesting marathons around the world, things that I could possibly do that will be memorable with people that I really enjoy traveling with, but it comes at a cost. So one has to save and also prioritize that.
Yeah. So it's something that, I mean, where did you grow up? In what city?
Emonti.
You grew up in Monti. No one is doing that.
People do, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
so you grew up around people that were doing that?
No.
So that's what I'm trying to get at.
Where did I get that?
Yeah, like where do you get?
Okay, so I grew up in Monti, grew up as Punzan in one of the townships in East London, and I moved to go study in PE. I think my love of adventure,
a very big step up
like
to PE.
You leave a small town.
I'm a PE boy, so don't listen to me.
It was a step up. I mean, when you're coming from East London, moved and to PE, and Always been intrigued at doing new things and doing things that I'll get to have memories. Because I feel like routine is so deadly. I don't like routine.
Okay.
So even with matric, I knew I wanted to leave. I'm not going to study in East London or be based in East London. Even when I was done with my studies and then moving to Joburg, and Joburg is a big city. And one of the things that triggered my love for travel was just hearing experiences from people who have gone internationally. Yes, that this is what I've done. And when the opportunity presented itself for me to go study in the UK and live there full time, I was like, I welcome it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically kind of like, it sounds to me like a personality thing, like ndumdo. I don't like the word curious. It's inquisitive.
Yeah. No. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being curious.
Yeah, sure.
It's just the negative connotation that people associate curiosity with. I love curious people. I
like that.
ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
So there's absolutely nothing wrong.
It's something that you enjoy.
Yeah, it was probably curiosity from my side as well to just wonder what's on the other side, guys.
Yeah.
What's on the other side.
That's so cool. I think that's something that I don't know. I'm asking so much about it because it's something that I'm very cautious about. I'm always just like, how about we play in between the lines? Like, let's see what will happen there. But also I think running for me has kind of taught me to push outside those lines, whether that's based on performance or whether that's based on distance or trying a new thing. Let's go and do this. So it's definitely helped me personally on that side of things as well, which I really enjoy. Talking about performance, so part of why you run is there. I look at you and I'm just like, I don't know. This girl looks like she's having more fun than the rest of us. Right? You look like you're having absolute fun. You'll never be like, oh, what a horrible race. I hated that. Da-da-da-da-da. What's your thinking around that?
Yeah.
And because we've got different goals, right? Because as you would have seen 2 weeks back, we had someone on the show, Chana. Sub 3, you know what it is. The rest of us are also, hey, sub this, sub that, sub that. I'm going to Cape Town. I've got my own sub, which I'm not going to tell anyone.
You're not saying this.
I'm not going to do that to myself. No. So for you, then the running thing, you seem like you enjoy it. What causes that?
Oh, I enjoy running.
Oh, look at you.
For me, I don't enjoy the build up to the race. Like, training is painful. Training is hard. The nutrition, going back to basics, but I enjoy race day. Race day is my day.
Race day.
If there was a straw or there was fitness bottled, I would take that bottled fitness and drink it with a straw. But one has to remember that you have to put in the work before race day becomes enjoyable. Okay. And I've had my own challenges while running. Last year was the worst year for me.
Oh, no.
Injuries, which actually fostered me to go back to basics. Going back to basics is training, strength training, and not just be about vibes. So that I don't just yes. So last year I had a very bad knee injury that I think it took almost a year for me to be able to run, pain-free. So I canceled most of my big races. I think I only raced until April last year.
Yeah.
And the reason I raced, it was London Marathon because of the investment I had already put into it. I was looking forward to seeing my friends. I had already booked my flights to go and race, and I was also doing a fundraiser. So I decided, let me just continue with the race. And then I had to cancel doing 2 Oceans, cancel Comrades, even though I had already qualified. So I had to make the call to say, for me to go back to enjoying running, I have to do the basics. Start slow. It's painful. Start slow. Train. The things we don't like.
I feel
physio.
I feel attacked.
Yes, interventions.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Sure.
So even though I love running, I love meeting people at race day, but the work one still has to put in the work to enjoy race day. So 100%. I think the reason I enjoy race day is the amount of work that I put in terms of preparing for the race, for the next race. Even though it's painful. Especially waking up, the 5 a.m. gang, I've tried it, I've failed. But I think for me, the biggest blessing has been to belong in a club that has people that really mentor you and challenge you to be a better person. In my club, we sometimes even forget cameras. To a content as. So just getting that mentorship in terms of these are the things that you have to do to improve your running, going back to track, doing speed sessions, doing time trials. So even though I'll post the content, it doesn't mean that I did not put in the work or I don't have goals, but I still believe in having fun in whatever we do, because I think the thing that I've gotten to experience back home now, it's always about the time. Even when you finish a race, somebody asks you, "What time did you finish?"
What time did you finish?
It's not so much about congratulations, you've done well. I mean, a 21 is a big thing. A marathon is a big thing. Comrades is a big thing. To first ask, "What time did you finish?" instead of congratulating someone. So I think it's just those things of who you interact with, what it is that you want out of running. Because for me, last year was really, really a humbling year in terms of just the setback of running in pain.
Yeah, I can imagine, because as you say, by then you'd been running for a while, right?
Yep.
You joined your club in 2017. Last year is 2024. That's 7 years later. 7 years later, surely anyone else watching is thinking, "Oh, almost then." You've come out of the season where it's kind of like anything can happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like when they say, like in a marriage, that first 3 years or first 5 years. First 5 years. And then walk me a little bit through this injury.
Yeah.
So you are running, you start to feel pain.
That injury, it's the weirdest injury anyone can have. So it wasn't like that. So I didn't fall. I think it was mostly triggered by upping mileage too soon.
Okay.
Because I was going into my Two Oceans training. I had been doing back-to-back Saturday, Sunday runs. The one day I had done hill training, I'm like, no, man, there's something that's off. I went to go get it checked, got a scan done. So it wasn't a torn ligament or a bone that was
fractured
or breaking. There was nothing like that. It was just muscle pain, and to this day,
so pain.
So
in where? In your knee?
In my around my knee. So it would just be. I think it was a ligament.
Yes.
That's what they said, because it would be inflamed. So I would have to take anti-inflammatories, but that also damages your liver over time. So you have to, your kidneys and livers over time. So you have to really build up strength. So to this day, my doctor was like, I'm not going to give you anything else. You just need to go to physio and lift weights.
Okay.
To get your muscles to be strong again.
Because what has happened is that it's because your muscles weren't strong enough.
Weak, yeah.
They couldn't take that. And then
and carry my body. And carry my bodies.
And I suppose that's the way of your body of protecting you, actually.
Yeah.
Because then you could take it to a level whereby you can't come back from that.
Exactly.
Now you experience this excruciating pain. now you are starting to, now you have to turn down races. Why don't you stop?
Why stop?
Because you could have avoided that.
Yeah, so stopping. So stopping was not an option. The only thing, the races that I had not done, I had to postpone it to this year. So because an ultra marathon is no child's play. So I was like, you know what? I've done a marathon before, because the marathons that I had scheduled last year, I was going to do Victoria Falls Marathon in June. And I also had the London Marathon. Yeah. I had 2 Oceans and Comrades. Yeah. So marathon distance, I know. Yeah. I've done plenty of marathons. Yes. I can negotiate.
Sure.
Even if it's painful, you can say, body, please carry me.
Yeah, let's do this.
The ones I was mostly scared of was 2 Oceans. Yeah. Because I had done one ultra, but it was like just an ultra. It was 43 kilometers trail.
Okay, sure.
And also Comrades, the talks around Comrades Marathon. I was like, I don't want to ruin it for myself. As I'm saying, one of my biggest things with race day is I still want to enjoy myself. Sure. I know I'll be in excruciating
pain. Doesn't matter what you're running,
but I still need to feel good. I don't want to look like my problems. Even when I la camera, I don't buy gloom to miserable man. Enemies is exactly. So I pushed. I had to get treatment for the knee, so I had to get an injection. So on race day at London Marathon, I did not feel pain, and I actually enjoyed. So it was my second London Marathon. I'd done it in 2023, and I did it again last year in 2024. I was not in pain, and it was the best race day. I had my phone, I could record the parts that I had missed in 2023. I could see the race itself, the magnitude, the people en route, the people that are waiting for you. This time around, I could see my friends who were there to watch me.
Because you were just running to finish.
To finish. Okay. And I got to enjoy the race. Beautiful marathon.
I must try that.
Please.
It's chasing something.
It's great to chase, but sometimes you have to tell yourself, you know what? There'll be another marathon. I can always do the distance again. But at that time, I was trying to just see how far I can go. Yeah, again, for Victoria Falls, as I'm saying, some of these things, you would have pre-planned them way in advance.
Correct. And put down monies and booked and what. So you've got a lot more to lose than an ego of saying, do you know what I mean? It's also now monies and all of those kinds of things that you've got on the line.
Yeah, and I mean... I enjoy this sport. It gives me so much joy to stand on race day. Also, because for me, I don't know about you, because you're saying you chase time a lot. Yeah. I've gotten to meet the most fantastic people. On race day, we exchange numbers.
En route?
En route, we visit each other. So
what? You've legitimately made friends on a race day.
Exactly. That will be like, whenever you would be in South Africa, if it's a race that's internationally, or if I'm in Cape Town, for example, someone will say, we can meet up for coffee when they come to Joburg. So just that, I think that's part of the reason I also enjoy, because I love people. I love meeting new people. So that's why I decided to just go ahead and race those races and not stop. So the weird thing with the injury is that I could still run. Yeah. So, but I would run limping. That if I pile up mileage, it would be super sore. Sure. So after those races, I had to just say, you know what, let me focus on building my strength. So I was doing more gym, less races. But also I'm a lazy runner. So if I don't have a race booked, I will not train me.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Given your feelings on training as well. So
So I
if
have
there's
to have
nothing in the pipeline, forget.
Yes, and I kick the blankets. I go and run.
I go kicking.
I go. So this is what I also do now. Even when I'm building up to a race, I have to have maybe a 21 booked because I will not train.
Sure.
But do not try this at home. Do not try.
I like that a lot,
Yeah.
because, and that's another thing, right? That I feel like I always like to zone in on things that I feel like are not talked about, guys. Like there's people who are doing crazy things out there. And what's behind that is the fact that because I've got something booked, I need to train for it. Now, and this is a waste of money. Your band, all the way to Cape Town you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's also very important. And I like that you understand that about yourself as well, to say, Guti, it's training, right? And in order for me to get to this particular goal that I want, I need to do this. And now I need to plan for that and be able to go through that. I think that for me
have routine,
absolutely. Yeah, and do some of the things that you really don't like doing. It's like, I don't like, man, I don't know. It's what it makes of me. It's who it makes me.
Explain.
So in terms of me waking up and forcing myself to go on the runs, me being able to break certain barriers in my life by doing things that I never thought I would do. So that person that I'm kind of becoming is what I like.
Yeah.
So for me, it's mostly from like a personal development perspective more than a physical perspective or anything like that. So that's what I mean when I say what it makes of me. It makes me that person now who's sitting and thinking about, but now if you are
True.
If you can wake up and run a 15K on a Wednesday, those emails are nothing, my boy.
You've got a point there. You're right. I think it builds running. Nothing builds running character like running.
Yes.
Similar, I think for me, the routine part of it, being committed to something.
Yeah.
Being committed to something. I remember when I was training for my first marathon, My Way in 2022, I don't think I've ever committed to something like I did. I mean, I've had difficult situations. University is hard, where you have to study and push yourself.
And pass and all of these things.
But this one is physical as well as mental. As you're saying, if you're going to train and you know the safety that comes with training, there's also pushing yourself in terms of moving with the community. You have to wake up. So if your community wakes up at 5, you have to be there. Exactly. So it definitely builds character.
So
and I like your perspective.
That's definitely me. But I also like I enjoy other little parts of it. Like race day for me, I'm always, before the race starts, I'm always standing on that line and I'm like, wow. And I look around and the blacks, the whites, from a race perspective. I literally get so inspired. Young, so I sit there and I'm just like, wow, what a privilege.
It is.
So I literally, for me, race day is at the beginning and at the end. The rest is like a bit of a blur. The rest is a bit of a blur. Yeah. So I'm like the beginning and the end. Because the beginning, I'm just like, I'm literally like, wow. Like, Dila Chapman, who just wants to like see people and just like hug them and just be like, oh, well done, man. You're here. So
we did it.
We absolutely did like see
It was like
absolutely. So yeah, that's what it becomes. That's what it becomes for me. Cool. So because of your goals, that's what made you continue, right? Fight the injury and then eventually kind of then come back to normalcy, which is where you are at now.
Yes.
And then in you coming back into normalcy, it was then you putting back the insanity part of it. Because then now there's Comrades that came into the picture this year, June 8.
go. Go.
Is that the Comrades tagline for the year?
Yes. So yeah, the build up, because remember with Comrades, it starts with your qualifying race.
Yes.
So I used Cape Town. Also, things were still not 100% with the
Okay,
knee.
you're still shaky coming into this year.
I was still shaky.
Okay.
So my qualifying race was the Cape Town Marathon, and I just made it. It was 4:49. It was before they had revised.
Oh yes, so it was 4:50 then.
It was 4:50 then, and my marathon time was 4:49. I remember when I got to where my club members were sitting. They're like, Azu, you made it. I'm like, did I really make it?
Sure.
And I was like, I'm done. I've qualified. I'm not going to go and look for another marathon to improve the time. The only thing that I need to now focus on is Comrades.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was, it was Comrades, still Cape Town, still Tekering. And then I also did Athens Marathon last year, November.
Okay.
So I there, it was just going out to have fun with
I like
my
that.
people.
I like that concept so much, man. Like
My
the
people.
kind of
Let's
the
go
concept.
and see Greece and visit the other smaller islands. So part of doing races in different countries is to not just go and race.
Absolutely.
It's also
Sightseeing
experiencing, just what the country has to offer. So it was that. Coming back now in January, reality sinks in.
By same China, Big C in June.
Yeah.
Why?
What was my why? With Comrades, I think it was just me testing my own barriers, trying to push and see, and push and see what I can't achieve, you know. So I've always known that I can do great things.
Okay,
but Comrades is a big thing.
It's a greater
thing. So part of it, it's a race that's at home. There's legacy that surrounds Comrades Marathon, and also the pressure in South Africa. If you haven't done Comrades, but how you run?
Zisile runners, because if you haven't run, if you start running, park run, you're not a runner up until you run at 21. You run at 21, you're not a runner up until you run at 42. You run at 42, you're not a runner. Guys, man, it needs to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
It needs to stop somewhere. But I like that first part to say, okay.
Yes, pushing boundaries.
I love that.
Because coming out of it, I'm like, I can achieve anything. Even when I'm in meetings at work and going by, I'm not in Kaleladom. Now I just wake up and go do 90 Ks for fun. But it also Comrades, oh my gosh, Comrades training.
Yeah. That's quite something.
It's something else. It came with its own challenges. I really take my hat off people who go in year out. Your green number, without fail, your green number runners, because it takes away your social life. Weekends, you are tired. I think it's things. I think as runners, we tend to glamorize these things. It's nice. We take photos, content, because we cut out the parts that are not
the bad and the
so
ugly.
Nice. So for me, I really went through the motions when it came to preparing for Comrades.
Yeah.
Literally, my social life was out of the windows. I'm blessed to have people who understand that running is part of my life, that if I don't call you today doesn't mean that we're not friends.
Sure.
If you've got an 8.5, I don't know how people with children do it, because that adds another dimension to the work that has to be put in. So also like with work, I travel a lot, so I had to fit in a run. If I'm going to be booking a place, I have to find out if there's a route that I can run.
Prima donna
Exactly.
Because
yes,
is there a term?
Is there a term? Yes, challenges around gym, the dynamics of weather if you're not in the country. So I really felt it. I really felt it. But I think one of the things that came with it was me being grounded, because I remember part of my training was that I trained to run slow, which is something that I had never done.
Okay. Yes,
like
okay.
You see these things of having a race plan. Me,
the 5Ks, it's going to be this time, 10Ks this time.
it's great. I want to get into it,
Yeah.
and I think it comes with practice.
Sure.
But with most of my races, I will go out and my motto
You run
is
according to how you feel.
How I feel, and my
Yes.
motto has always been, I'll run this race, and if I crash, let me crash at 38.
Because then I can negotiate.
Yes, but with Comrades, I was told that it's going
Don't
to
do
be,
that.
don't do that, it's going to be far. And also just grounding me in the sense of having a teachable spirit, learning to listen to people who have done it, learning to filter what applies to me and what doesn't, because runners are very generous with information.
Sure.
You will
absolutely.
get
You
the
can't fight that one.
information,
Yeah.
You will get the information from people. People will tell you things from their own perspective, but you also need to filter what works for you.
Correct. A
And
bit of salt.
Yes.
Yeah. Pinch of salt.
Yes, what works for you. So so I've had to learn, research a lot, but also with that research, listening to podcasts, listening to a lot of people that have ran the race several times, but race day is a whole ball game. I don't think there's anything that you can do to prepare yourself for that day, and I'm sure you know.
Yeah, kind of. I've got an inkling on what that is like.
Yeah, you've got an idea. So as I'm saying, going back to basics.
Yeah.
That is what Comrades taught me. I thought I was a runner before Comrades, but the things that I had found out about myself in terms of my pain threshold, nutrition. And I think when you've just started running, you don't think about those things because you're young, you fast.
Absolutely.
Hey.
I'm going to ask you next about your journey with nutrition.
You young, you fast, you are furious.
Yeah, sure.
So just remembering to eat before your runs, even if you don't want to eat. So it's just having a plan, man.
Sure. Having a plan, right? And it's not even enough to have the plan, because what will determine your result is your ability to stick to that. And that it becomes the difficult thing, because you start to realize, yeah man, then this rockela nje manje yonke lento, do you know what I mean?
The rockstar.
For sure, no, definitely.
And actually, you have to have a plan.
You have to have a plan, and you have to stick as close to that plan as possible, so that whatever happens outside of that, yenzeka at least close to this plan. Correct. So that you don't completely fall off, right?
Correct.
And then the day comes, and then you train, you go through this whole grueling thing, right? I'm sure in between that there's, I don't know, maybe why am I doing this? But then there's still that burning reason why, which you explained earlier, as to why you still want to do it. Then day comes. You've heard all the stories. You've heard how people, their experiences, how they go through this thing.
Yeah.
You're going through it yourself now.
Yes.
And what were you like? Were you like, I get it? Or, they didn't stress it. They didn't stress it enough.
Yes. I can't put it into words. So, firstly, it's just the anxiety.
Sure. I don't know.
The I don't know anxiety. So day before, I don't know what to do. I did not know what to do with myself. Put out all my clothes, knowing that I have to wake up very early in the morning and go on to go and catch a bus.
Yeah.
So it was just the nerves of the not knowing.
Yeah.
And it was great. Start was great for me. I cried a little. I cried when they played Impi.
Okay.
The other songs, but when they said Impi, and the commentator said, "It's war."
When
I was shaking uncontrollably.
Sure. Oh, man.
Very exciting feeling also, because I'd realize with Comrades, there's duality. You can be scared and excited. You can be happy and in pain.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So it was that at the start. We start beautifully. I have my phone with me. I'm like, I'm going to take content. It's my first Comrades.
Sure.
So started taking content of the start as the national anthem is playing. Also, it's exciting.
Yes, everyone is excited. This is the thing.
This is the thing. We are in.
Yes.
And then they play the songs. What actually scared me before they had played Impi was one man, Green Number, that they played the Chariots of Fire.
Yeah.
This man, you can see tears rolling down his cheeks. I'm like, hey.
He's run this thing more than 10 times.
Even a Green Number.
If you've got a Green Number, it means you've completed.
Yes.
It means you've completed Comrades 10 times. And now you're still crying.
I had to say a prayer. And the other thing, I think my faith also grew during the journey to Comrades. I don't know. I think this year I've prayed more than I've ever prayed. During the race, I prayed more than I've ever prayed in my life. So say my prayer as I'm seeing this man, and then they played Impi. That's when I'm like, oh my goodness, this is happening.
Yeah.
Off we go. It's still nice. I'm seeing people. It's still nice. It's still nice. It's vibes.
But where are you running with a partner? Or
No, I was running alone. So I was intentional to say, let me run alone. I've heard stories where people run with people, and if one soldier falls, the other one. Yeah, and I had been training alone.
Okay.
Well, I've been training with my club.
Yeah.
But even in my training runs, I'd always been doing them alone, even the Club 60 that I had done. So I hadn't paired up with somebody to say I can run with them on race day. Even when I was seeing my friends or some of the people that I would run in crews with, it would be like, hey, we chit chat.
And let's go. Let's keep it going. Yeah.
Let's keep it going. And I was meant to see people that were supporting us from the club at 30 and 60.
Okay.
At 30, that's when I made the decision. I am leaving this iPhone yaba heavy.
Because you're used to running a 42 in it. Or is she at 30 right now?
At 30, I was like, guys, it's fine.
Sure.
This is the day content can miss me, because this is another war.
Fair.
I think for me, all the odds were for me to finish on race day. I did not have pain. I did not have
no niggle, no concern.
No concern, no tummy issues. I was okay, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for the support of our club members, because the way they were doing things, if you were getting to your support point, it was as if ba support to Gerda ufika izinto zakho zimixing.
Yeah, uyi superstar.
Hey, I'm like, hey, kumnandi ubaleki Comrades mos. Into zakho right. Like, everything was on point.
Yeah.
But I felt it at 71 because I could feel a blister forming
in your foot.
Yes.
71.
71.
Uncomfortable.
Nothing. It's painful.
Okay.
And I could feel that.
Almost like every step,
Okay, this is where they said it was going to hurt. And I had a bracelet. I was wearing a bracelet that said I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Please, not today.
I can still do all things, we rock.
Yes. And I think that's where you need your mantra. What is it? Your mottos, your verses, things that are written.
Your mantras,
your mantras, your why. You have to remind yourself. But I soldiered on. One of the things that I remember I ran with Umaike, one of these birthday 21 kilometers, and she said, the mistake you can do on race day is take off your shoes. The minute you take off your shoes, just know that your race is over. So I remembered that because she said, rather tell yourself you're going to deal with a blister or you are done with the race, and that's when you take off your shoes and your socks. It's one of those two things. There's no in between. And I mean, maybe there are people that can finish the race, but if you're doing it for the first time, rather not. So
it's a be safe. It's a safety card, I feel like, more than anything else. Sure, maybe you might be, but the likelihood is very small that you actually will continue.
Continued. What else? I would cry. Like on the day you go through the and you know the other thing, I'm actually happy that I did not see a lot of people. So I didn't have family that was there to support me. I relied heavily on the support I was getting from the club. Because I tell you now, the way I was crying en route, if I had seen a family member, I would have wanted them to hug me or sit me down.
And they would have wanted to pull you off as well. To be like,
that's how bad
your family is not like mine. Mine was just like, no, you're not stopping. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that is good. Good for you. You need people who are going to be like, bro.
Yes, correct. Okay.
So soldiered on. I got to the 11:30 bus. I don't know where, how, but dakwele basi.
Sure.
And I was like, let me just stick to this bus because I didn't want to have to strategize. Because when you are in pain, you don't want to think. You don't want to think.
Slow here, fast here.
Pose, 100 meters. I don't want to look at my watch. So when I met up with that bus, I was like, let me just stick to them. I won't think.
And in that way, I think you eliminated so many problems.
Yes, on the way.
Clean.
I did.
I like
so what
that.
I was doing was literally when they were stopping, I was stopping. When they were saying, get water, let's run. And those people have it.
I love that. They've
got the plan to the
smart.
T to meet that target. And I actually finished at 11:30 with some odd seconds because I was able to keep up with them.
For long enough,
But what? Oh my goodness! But what stuck out with me was as you're running, you see a lot of people, and I met up with the one guy from our club, and he was not having a good day, and he came and whispered to me, "Sisi, go and fetch your medal."
Oh, nice. Oh.
I was like, okay, it's already provided.
Yeah, done.
It's already provided. So I'm really grateful that I did not have any issues, but I think part of it was just, as I'm saying, going back to the basics. Because if I had done Comrades last year, I would have not finished. If I had forced it.
Yeah, because you had other issues.
If I had forced it,
and then you finished, you crossed the line. And then let me guess, you cried again.
There's a video that circulated where I'm being asked, are you doing this thing again? Are you coming for back to back? I said, this is painful. I am not doing this thing.
You complained.
There's nothing nice about it. I don't want to go back to it.
Yeah.
It's painful, guys. It's nice when you watch people. I've watched Comrades on TV and I had never gone to support it en route, and I'm actually happy that I had not done that. If I had, I would have been
Probably
too
wouldn't
scared.
Okay, got you.
To even go and do the race.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still 2 ways about going back to back.
Oh, you're not decided?
No, that thing is painful, guys.
I know.
And you?
I've got a monkey on my back. I'm so no option. I don't even know. I know option. So
somebody was teasing me when I put out the certificate and said, "Hi man, la line ye medal one. It looks lonely." I like South Africans. South African runners are so toxic,
very,
guys.
Very the most toxic bunch of them.
I don't
Excellent.
know.
Massive one.
No,
but massive
marathon.
yeah.
Marathon.
Yeah.
And also, because your longest run for Comrades is 60 Ks.
Yeah.
Anything else is here. Jonga, kwanzima nezaza. Because I was wearing shades. I was wearing shades.
Sure.
The only photo that I had out of my photos is just the one photo that's there. Otherwise, I don't like my photos. I look miserable. That I was so proud of.
No.
And also, I got to the finish very late. So, I can't point
ladies and gentlemen, the angriest Comrades finisher that we've ever had on the show.
If I go back to running Comrades, my goal is to finish when there's still daylight. Because Izaza, I had to take off Izaza. I'm not picture
We respect you, Comrades. You are humbling people every single day. I love that. You're a complete rock star. And a massive congratulations. I love the honesty bit that you bring to this whole thing. It's super refreshing, man. And this is why I think is one of the things that I really love about this channel is that you guys come on here and you're just honest, man. And for me, that builds relatability. It just makes it an amazing show. So the jury is still out on your Comrades for next year. But yeah, we'll see whether or not you go Sabesko and Argentina. And then very quickly, what's on the cards for this year?
This year, I'm doing Sydney this month.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Sydney, it's a world major this year. The first year, it being a world major. So I'm looking forward to the crowds, going to Australia. Unfortunately, I'm traveling alone this time, even though I don't like traveling alone.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also doing Cape Town marathon. So I'm doing both those races before the year ends.
Nice, 100%. How long is it? 449, man.
Ne?
Standing now.
Hey, gotcha, guys.
No, or don't. Or not. You don't need to.
Yeah.
It's about having fun. Yeah. That's what it is.
No, I'll definitely.
Sure.
I'll definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, you're bigger and better now, so come on. Yeah, there we go.
any hill now, I'm like, no, man, it's just an interesting challenge.
There
I no
we
longer
go.
call hills.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I did ask you to bring me some of your favorite things.
Yes.
So if you could show me what those are.
All right.
And tell me a little bit about them.
One by one.
Sure. Yeah. How many of them are there?
I told you I hoard. So I've got a lot of things. No, I only brought 4 things.
Okay.
So this is wine.
Okay.
So I had done a very interesting race in the wine region of France, Bordeaux. The marathon is called the Medoc Marathon.
Okay.
So you run around the wine estates around Bordeaux. So for in the 19 stations, they have wine that you can drink at the station.
At a full marathon?
Full marathon. So by the time you finish,
you are finished. What?
So it's one of the most memorable races, best marathons I've ever ran. And I'm keeping this wine for when I do a sub 4.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
That's my goal. So the day I do a sub 4, even if it takes me 10 years, that's the time I'll open this bottle.
Okay.
Very nice wine.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
100%.
the one thing. So it's called the Bordeaux Marathon. You dress up, you drink wine en route, you eat French fries and steak on the road.
Wow.
Beautiful race.
So nutrition is not like a real thing on there?
No. I don't even know how they get out of the race because the things you see on the road.
Yeah.
People are lit. I was lit.
Obvious. I get
the tiniest.
Yes.
Tiniest medal I own, but I've had to work the hardest to get.
Sure.
Yeah.
100%. And we've just had a whole chat about it as well. Yo, I got 2025. Guys, like, this is my first time. There we go. Part of the work uniform, part of the training uniform, part of everything. What a beautiful medal.
When you go on a coffee date, you just have to show them, man.
There we go.
And this is my first marathon.
Oh, Wally.
Yeah, Wally
Okay.
was my first marathon. Also, this one showed me that I can actually stick to a plan.
Sure.
I committed to training for this marathon to the extent that for my first marathon, I had gotten 4:29.
Ooh.
People were saying, you can do Comrades. At the time, I was not ready. It was still 2022.
Yes.
I had not dreamt of doing an ultra before, but it actually opened a lot of doors in terms of the things that I can tap into.
Okay.
As a runner. So that's that. And the last
A very interesting one because literally it's got like a face on it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but you can also, it's 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I ran my first Wally this year as well, one May.
And this is my
This is serious.
2023 London Marathon. As I've said, I've ran
beautiful.
London 2 times, 2023 and 2024. The reason 2023 was so special is that I also did a fundraiser. So I fundraised for an early childhood development center in the Eastern Cape. And my community was so gracious, and it was mostly strangers from the internet that donated to that fundraiser. So I raised about £1,100, which was equivalent to about 25,000 to upgrade that ECD center. And education is something that I'm really passionate about. So yeah, that's just the little things
Lovely.
that I brought to show.
Siyafuneka medals machita man. Yeah. Ayenye medal Monday. Excellent stuff, man. That's so beautiful. I love how your running journey has not necessarily always just been about you, simply because of your love and your focus on community. I love the giving back part of it. That's super awesome. Nam dicelo uzifakela inini nam guys bazikhona opportunities bama city give back guys. We'd really like to be involved. I had Sia on 2 weeks ago. Sia's also started a foundation where they're donating school shoes. So I love how you guys do what you love and are also able to share that love with other people. It's super awesome. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. What little Pili?
Professionally, I thought an hour is long. When you send me the calendar invite, I'm like, what am I going to be talking about for a whole hour?
But yeah, I think we spoke about a lot of things, and I truly enjoyed this chat, and I hope it also kind of gave you a chance to kind of reflect on your journey, what it's been like, how it's been, and the effect that it's had on your life. Definitely some points that I will take out of that. One of the ones that jump into my mind is Kauko enjoy race, man, chap.
Guys, back to basics.
Back to basics.
So there's racing. Why?
So definitely something to take home, and I hope that you guys also definitely have some gems that you would have pulled out. Azukile Nzuzo was our guest, and it's been amazing. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you guys will enjoy it too. And sure, please feel free to leave any questions that you might. I will make sure that she is on the platforms to answer for herself for questions that you guys might have. So if you've got any questions for her, please feel free to pop them in the comments section. And we hope to. Hey, Mark, lastly, Midrand Striders, don't they have a race soon?
We've got a race soon. Yes, it's a beautiful route. So we've got a 5, 10, and 21. It's in the countryside on the 31st of August.
Okay.
So the race starts at Kailami Corner Shopping Center. Very lovely. We've got good pacers, so that will be there taking care of people so that they meet their goals. So people can go on peak timing to register for the race.
Okay, cool, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll ask you for a link as well, and then I'll just stick it in the description. Sure. And then anyone who wants to join can join. Because I'm a be there. Azu's going to be there. But yeah, outside of that, guys, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you guys on the next episode. iDyan on the run. Out.
There we go.
There we go.
Bye, guys.